Hello, users, and welcome back to Above It All, the show in where I tell you the truth, my actual opinions on real matters that occur in real time. So, this is something, again, I'm making a lot of separate videos on this subject matter because I want to approach it from a multiple pronged approach, and I want the search engine optimization of my YouTube videos and titles to reach a wider audience. So instead of making one 30-minute video about all this crap, I decided I'm going to take some key points and kind of chop them up into individual segments, which are then easier to spread onto YouTube. Because I think that a lot of the messaging here is valuable, and I don't want to have like a bloated, difficult to understand ramble when it comes to a lot of this stuff. But if you haven't seen my other videos on this subject matter, you can find them in the Above It All playlist or on my channel. If you're watching this relatively soon after it was posted, you can just go to my channel page and click the videos tab and just go look. But yes, I want to make a video on the difference in how police behaved, and I believe this is the same. Actually, no, this is this particular frame here is in Michigan, but there were protests in Minneapolis on the same terrain that these George Floyd protests are happening as well, and you can see just the general behavior of police is completely different based on who is protesting and what they are protesting about. So I want to play this video, which is a side-by-side comparison of how police treat white people who are upset that they can't go to the hair salon, and how police treat black people when they are upset that police keep murdering them.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Why are they punching him? Why are they punching him?
Again, it's just this one alone really is just shocking. It's shocking. And it's one of those things where, again, all cops are bastards. Yes, even your best friend, even your brother, even your uncle, even your sister, even your mother, even your father, whoever you know that's a cop and you've developed this soft spot for, they are a terrible person. Now, intent matters. This is the thing. Once you put on a police uniform, you are no longer your own person. You become a weapon of the state being the country, the government. You are their personal weapon. You do as they tell you, and that is why all cops are bastards. If you take the uniform off and you buy your fucking little girl a pony, and then, you know, like you throw the best birthday party ever, that's all well and good. You can still have a net negative effect on society, even if you are nice to your family. So, I will not take any of that bullshit if you want to leave a comment, oh, but my third cousin's a cop, and they're really nice to me. It's like, no, their job, they are paid to uphold unjust laws. The 1994 crime bill doubled the prison population. The 13th Amendment to the Constitution, which bars slavery, has an asterisk. That asterisk says, unless they are in prison. The black population in this country is disproportionately like higher rates, significantly higher rates of the prison population than they are in the actual aggregate population. That is because slavery never ended. Slavery is still here, it is still alive, it is still well, and police are the main people that enslave individuals. If a police officer swears to uphold the law of the United States of America, and the law of the United States of America says that marijuana is more dangerous than methamphetamine, then I'm sorry, you are upholding to do something that is horrendous. You are swearing to do something that will have a net negative impact on the people that you are proclaiming to want to serve and protect. Police ostensibly are hired. Their job is to serve and protect. That's what their job is. You have certain police officers who are designated to help clear crowds, control crowds. But instead of having them be like crisis negotiators, like, the same kind of people that would talk to someone on a ledge, right? Instead of having crisis negotiators at protests, they have armed riot cops. Why? Because the context is different. When someone's trying to kill themselves, they will try to protect that person. When multiple people are trying to have a message be sent across saying, please stop murdering our community, they don't want to help them. They want to hurt them. They want to stamp down the protests. That's why crowd control specializes in things like tear gas and riot cops and not things like crisis management. There is a very clear and concise reason why that is the case. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner we can have an actual conversation about how to fix the problems in this country. But if you're going to pretend like the police are angels in the year 2020, then either you are as privileged as anybody could possibly be, you know somebody who's a cop, and instead of using your brain, you're just going to say, well, but they bought me a pony in 4th grade, so they're cool. Or you're just a fucking fascist or a racist, and you want to inflict the harm on people yourselves, and you enjoy when harm is inflicted on minorities. So, again, like, the cops are not your friend. They will treat people differently because the police as an organization and as an institution and the state treats people differently. There is a reason why police are not psychologically evaluated for things like racism, authoritarianism, and the want and desire to murder people. There is a reason why these tests are extremely weak and filter out almost nobody. There is a reason for that. There is a reason that it just so happens that police love killing people as long as they can get away with it. The guy who killed George Floyd had already murdered someone else. Now, again, I don't know the full details there, but they also had 7, I believe, complaints against them, but they were not fired until they murdered someone, and that murder, the second murder, the first one didn't because, oops, it went under the radar. The second murder, that went viral. That went on live, that went into national attention, right? And that's why something bad happened. Something bad didn't happen by nature. The cop didn't get fired by nature of them breaking their oath to protect and serve. The cop got fired by nature of national attention being directed at them. And were they fired? Oh, yes, they were fired. But my point is, they were, if I were a grocery bagger and I just decided, all right, I'm just going to go murder someone, my job is to bag groceries. That's what I'm paid to do. Cops are paid to protect and serve, right? So my job is to bag groceries. But the person whose groceries I'm bagging said, put that in that bag. I don't want that mixing. And I'm like, now this person is being unreasonable. Is that an excuse to kill them? No, it's not. If I were a grocery bagger and I murdered someone who was being slightly unreasonable telling me to bag their groceries in a different way, I would be sent to prison. I would be tried for murder. The same should be for murdering police. Their job is not to murder black people. Their job is to protect black people and all people. That is what they are paid ostensibly to do. Firing them, sure, that's a good first step, whatever the fuck that means, but it's not the same. It proves that they are above the law and they have special privileges. These people should be in jail. The protesters went to this guy's house and were mocking him and preventing food delivery. Why should this guy be in his house? He should be in a prison cell. He should be in holding. And this is, again, goes with also the problem of cash bail. What does cash bail affect? Cash bail allows for richer people, right, who happen to disproportionately be whiter and less minority status, get out of prison or get out of jail in that slight instance and scenario, whereas poorer people and minorities who are disproportionately poorer have to spend more time in jail for things that they potentially did not do. Now, again, this guy is on video murdering this man, so obviously there should be, at that point, no bail whatsoever. But no, not even is he in a jail cell and we're talking about cash bail. We're talking about the motherfucker at his house, just chilling, watching soap operas on television. Police have special privileges. They are not on your side. They are on the side of the state, the government. They are a weapon of the government. Police are a terrorist organization that is the direct, like from the government to you. That is their direct way of controlling you. They want to make sure that you do not dissent. They want you to be a good little drone. And that's why, if they kill someone, it's no big deal. But if they kill someone and all of a sudden people at large find out about it, ooh, then it's a big deal. And again, they treat people differently based on the context. They treat people protesting who are Trump people differently than they treat people who are protesting who are not Trump people. And the reason is because cops are disproportionately authoritarian. 40% of police have had domestic abuse problems. They have had filing reports of domestic abuse against them, and that's 40% that have been confirmed. It's probably higher for the people that are still ongoing and terrorizing their families and that shit. Police are not good. They are not your friend. If you want to be a good person and you want to help people and you want to protect people, become a firefighter, all right? Do something that does not involve putting innocent young black men in jail because they were smoking a blunt in the wrong location, okay? That's called being a piece of garbage. When you ruin someone's life and just say, well, it's just my job, man, that makes you terrible, okay? That makes you a bad person. When you ruin someone's life or kill somebody, it's not like that person's going to come back tomorrow if you apologize. They are gone forever, okay? And we have to understand that as a society. So that's my take on this situation. Again, it's just disgusting.